This is the one Reen sent me. I knew Reen sent me something. Hey, which is Reen. You guys know him. Hey, Cappy, want your take on Daniel Penny? And if you guys don't know, this is the guy who chokeholded the guy who was high on the subway and was threatening subway riders, and then in the chokehold, he accidentally killed him. Although one might say, like George Floyd, it was the drugs that killed. But that's all right. You guys all, this society tells us who they like. They like the criminals and the drug addicts. All right, got it. So this guy got arrested. Again, if you're not paying it, and every young man should. But this guy got arrested for manslaughter, which is involuntary murder. Essentially, if you're wondering what the difference between manslaughter and murder is. And his trial is going on now as we speak. Hey, Cappy, I want your take on Daniel Penny. My main thought is even if he isn't convicted of the process, if he isn't convicted, comma, the process is the punishment the incident occurred. The process is, Reen, you got to use punctuation, man. I just can't, you got to use punctuation. Let's try this again. Hi, Cappy, want your take on Daniel Penny. My main thought is even if he isn't convicted, the process is the punishment. The incident occurred May 1st, 2023. We know this is over a year and a half ago. So he's been in jail this entire time. We know many people voted to be attacked, aka Anna Kasparian. Yes, she did vote to be attacked. Even if he's free, was it worth that much of his life? All the stress, the hate for people, and the long drawn out case on something that should be very easily dealt with in a healthy society. And frankly, what lesson do we take as far as I can what lesson do we take? As far as I can tell, it's not worth protecting people, even if he's given his freedom at the end. I mainly watch because I am old school and would like to protect people, but logically I can't see myself doing it in the environment today. Again, giving credence to your die-hard scenario today, where he would just leave the building staying instead of saving his estranged wife. And then you provide a video with Tim Pool covering it. So I looked it up, and the trial is going on right now. But you're 100% right, Reen. It really doesn't matter whether he gets free or not. The fact this man sat in jail for a year and a half and actually is facing serious judgments, consequences, charges. All he had to do was walk off. He did not have to be a good Samaritan. He didn't have to do anything. And I don't know if society realizes it or not, but there are a lot of men watching this. There's a lot of men looking like, all right, am I ever going to defend anyone again? Am I ever going to bother with it? Or did the government that disproportionately women voted in, are you going to arrest the good guy and celebrate the bad guy? And they're already on, whatever. I'm sure that if I looked it up, memory of guy who died, drug addict loser who died. I guess the deceased parents who I think abandoned him. I think this guy, the guy who passed away, didn't have an easy life either. But now the parents are suing for a civil lawsuit. It's the fucking scum of the earth. Every American male is watching this outcome right now. And it's just, hey, what are the rules going to be? Are we changing the rules? Are you going to make it that I can't defend anyone on the subway, including my family and loved ones? I know a lot of New York people are watching, maybe. I mean, you New Yorkers, right? Don't you just always reliably vote Democrat and vote pro-crime and anti-good people, right? Isn't that your thing? You're just so caring. But especially the younger men, when it comes time to do their traditional masculine thing, and that is protect good people, protect the innocent, protect the weak. No. If you're going to throw me in jail, it's a non-starter. I will get out of there myself. I will protect my own, but I'm not helping anyone else. And then, reliably, if you recall correctly, there was the UK gal that was complaining also on the subway, their subway, where she was assaulted by, was it one guy? It was one guy. I think it was an immigrant. And then she couldn't help but say, well, the two guys who weren't immigrant, they were white men and they should have done something. They didn't do anything. Fuck you, lady. Fuck you. Fuck you on so many levels. You vote to let criminals go free. You vote to reward them. You don't vote to punish them. You vote to punish the bad guy. You vote away people's right to self-defense. You vote away guns. I mean, I don't know if there's a couple places in the United States where mace is illegal. I don't know if it is. In Europe, it is. It would be nice to be a hero. It would be nice, forget being a hero. It would be nice to do the right thing and protect innocent people. But I got to look out for number one, me. I got to make sure I don't end up in a cage. But to your point, Reen, yeah, even if what would be required to happen is even if Daniel Perry is found innocent of all charges, right? They're all dismissed, and he's a free man. There would have to be an apology for wasting 16 months of his life. You also got to make sure the civil suit doesn't, he's not out of the woods yet. Let's say he does get free. Well, then, Lord knows if they'd actually let this court case go forward, where the abandoning parents now want some money because fine, there's no criminal charges, but are you going to apply civil charges and penalties? And now he gets, what's the difference? He's either in jail not making money, or he's working making money to pay off these parents. If that were to go in the favor, that civil court case were to go in the favor of the parents. And it doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't matter. Every guy should take the lesson now. All men could take the lesson. Don't help out people. And if you say, oh, that's so negative. Oh, you're just whatever bullshit. You double standard hypocritical assholes. Oh, you're just whatever. Incel, hate women. You're a downer. You're a misanthrope. No, fuck you. I'm not going to jail. Full stop. End of discussion. No, we're not helping you. No, we're not helping my fellow man. Even if he gets off scot-free, and even if there is no civil suit, you know what? I'm not sitting there for 16 months in jail. No. And that says nothing about the stress and worry this poor guy's had to have. It is almost too late. And by now, I mean, sure, every guy is watching because such a poignant and black and white case. I don't mean in terms of judging it. I mean, it's like, are you really? Really? Is this the way you're going to do it? All right, fine. But if you look at most men's apathy now, whether it's that subway case in the UK, what, didn't Philadelphia? Wasn't there a woman actually being raisined on the subway and people just stood by and watched? I think men have already made their choice. This is just going to further reinforce it. And you know what? The world deserves it. You all deserve it. I don't know, because you want to be fun and edgy. You want to be caring with other people's money. Oh my God, you just want a virtue signal. I don't know what. I have no idea what. For whatever reason, you voted in for it to be illegal to be the good guy. And damn, do Americans love bad guys. You just can't. And I'm sorry, ladies, you're the one keep voting Democrats. Man, you love bad guys. You love criminals. You really do. You say, no, I don't. I didn't like Anna Kerspasian or Anna Kerpazzi, whatever. Anna the Carp. I voted for, oh my God, and then I got assaulted. Oh, now she wakes up. Fuck you. We don't have time for your ignorance. So yeah, Reen, you're right. It doesn't matter. Let me read the article real quick here so you could get an update. Manslaughter charge against Daniel Penny dismissed. jury to continue deliberating lesser charge Monday. So, I'll just read it. A judge granted a motion for Manhattan prosecutors. Yeah, New York. Oh, we got the culture. Judge granted a motion for Manhattan prosecutors to dismiss the more serious charge of second-degree manslaughter against Daniel Perry on Friday in his trial over the chokehold death of Jordan Neely. Okay, that is the deceased. On a New York subway last year. The ruling clears the way for the jury to consider a remaining lesser charge of criminally negligent homicide. It came after a Manhattan jury said they were deadlocked twice on the manslaughter charge, and Penny's defense attorneys renewed their motion for a mistrial. Over defense objections, Judge Maxwell, who's the prosecuting attorney? Who's the DA down there? What fucking is that the same one that said Trump was financial fraud and all that? Is that your little court of justice down there? Who argued that dismissing the first count of second-degree manslaughter eliminates the defense's concern about a compromised verdict. Penny, 26, a former Marine, now faces a single charge of criminally negligent homicide in Neely's death, which carries a maximum penalty of 4 years in prison, significantly less than potential maximum sentence of 15 years to the more serious charge. So there you go. I don't obviously I don't want to tolerate a 15-year sentence. That I wouldn't want to do that. I wouldn't want the lesser one of 4 years. I don't even want the 18 months of sitting in jail. What are you going to give them? Time served? That might ameliorate it. If there is any punishment at all, and not an apology, and I'd say even compensation, which isn't going to happen, and New Yorkers change their laws, like tomorrow. Like, hey, this was wrong. Oh, we got. If you don't do it, fine. Don't be surprised when there are people watching women in Philadelphia being raisined on the subway. People in the UK just going to the next car, letting the guy you voted in for to do his thing to you. We don't care. They're not going to get, and they can't. It's not that they don't want to. I mean, enough, I think bad blood has been spilled in the sex war, and women have generally made it known to men that they're not big fans. So men are all right, we'll leave you alone on that ground. But even let's say we wanted to, we can't because you're going to put us in jail, or there's a high chance you're going to put us in jail or prison. And the fact you get charges dismissed, you're still in jail. You're still under arrest. I mean, is he going to be able to get a job? Is this going to affect his? I hope, Dan, you learned your lesson about living where Democrats are. I hope you learned your lesson, Daniel. And then he's got a civil suit potentially. I just why? All right, it'll be fun. And I don't see this. I don't see girls waking up and saying, "Oh my God, we need men. Oh my goodness." It's gonna take about. Well, wait, in New York, wasn't it some guy? It was like one guy who was just going around and punching women in the face. Wasn't that happening last year? It won't be until I would say at least 10 million, and that's not even the majority of women, but 10 million women suffer from their own voting habits. It's got to be women. Men already know, like, you get punched in the face, like, it's on. But you goody two-shoes, do-gooder leftist women, until you have the Anna Kaspasian treatment, and enough of them do, are you going, oh, wait a second. And you change the laws, and it isn't going to happen. It's not going to happen in my lifetime. Will men, or just good Samaritan women, women too, they could have guns, they could have pepper spray. They probably face the same charges. Any good person, male or female. It's just, I like the dichotomy of like, oh, we would expect men to save, but then meanwhile, women disproportionately, not solely. Men also vote Democrat too. Just proportionally, girls vote, and then you're the ones going to complain about safety. Not our concern anymore. Not our concern. And you have literally tied our hands. We can't do anything, not legally. But he got dismissed of all charges. He sat in jail for 18 months. I'm done. Get the fuck out of here. So there you go. Link below. Just so you guys, it's disgusting. This guy's on trial, and you may be pissed off that society doesn't really give a shit about you. I understand. Don't let it bother you. It's not your fault. But if you want to know what the world's going to be like without us, and if you start to wonder, society is going to arrest you for doing the good thing or being a guy and all this negativity, please go get A World Without Men. I did an economic analysis or study, if you want to call it that, where I removed men from the economy and society and said, what would that economy look like? You are needed. I mean, no one's going to tell you that. But yeah, you men are needed. It's like Die Hard. Feeling pretty fucking unappreciated, Al. Hey, man, I love you. We all love you. You need Powell to tell Bruce Willis that he loves you. Hey, man. This is a great movie. Yeah, you are needed. And know that fact. Know that fact. And know that I'm not joking. The world will collapse without us. And if they keep on pushing us out or punishing us for doing the right thing, that just make sure you don't do the right thing. And oh no, another guy you voted for did the thing we warned you about, but you wanted to be popular because fifis. And besides, I don't like jail time. Bye. Oh no. Anyway. Let's go to the super chat. Cyberbully, $5. Even though these are state charges, Trump should pardon Penny, Chauvin. Supreme Court would have Trump's back. I don't know how that works. So I'm pointing that out where I said Trump should revisit the Chauvin thing. I don't know if the president can pardon state people, and does it go to the Supreme Court? I have no idea. I don't know what the process is. I don't even know if you can. Tim Longley, 10 Australian. The dismissal of the first charge is no victory. They're trying to shoehorn the second to get a conviction despite a hung jury. Complete bullshit. Judge should face censure for it. Well, it says the judge could still overrule the jury. I can't imagine a jury of my peers in New York City, Manhattan. Oh, fuck all you people. Fuck you. There's many reasons I don't go to leftist areas. Like, I will purposely drive around Portland because a jury of my peers, what, in Portland? Go fuck yourselves. Absolutely not. Carlos Munoz, he just says hi for $1 with the super sticker. Carlos, just so you know, I can't see the super stickers because I stream through StreamYard, so I don't know what the super sticker is. Cyberbully, $5. Conservatives also need a reminder that cops aren't your friend. Yeah, the cops aren't just. No, I remember I was kind of conflicted with my feelings because when I lived in the Twin Cities, the cops were not your friend. Every possible parking ticket, rolling stops, they get you for every fucking thing. And yeah, I wasn't a friend of the Minneapolis cops. So I knew people who were Minneapolis cops who were my friends. But Minneapolis cops on the whole, I'm like, this is too bad. St. Paul cops, though, I like St. Paul cops. But Minneapolis cops are just tax collectors a lot. I don't know. Maybe it's different nowadays, but oh well. They exist to ruin your life and enforce the leftist agenda whims. Well, it depends. I don't think they exist solely for that. They're there to enforce the law. Robert Archer, $20. Hero dies in mountainsides in cold climates, Mr. Cappy. Rosa's Pizza in Fessenden and homemade cookie and cream sandwiches at a fair price. All right, cool. I'll have to try it. And Dan Hunsacker, hiya, Dan, part of the 1099 Superior Race. Fuck this world. If asked what my name was after this happened, I'd look them right in the eye and say Clay. Bill Clay. No, I don't. Again, if Cappy was president and they convicted this guy, I'd call up the governor and the mayor. I'm like, how you doing? Yeah, you're gonna let him go. You're gonna give him a pardon. That'd be enough for me to like send in troops. I think I'd be like, yeah, you're gonna pardon him, or we're gonna have an issue. That's it. I say I want to see him pardon in the next 3 days. Talk to you later, or maybe I won't even talk to you, but you'll know I'm here. All right, that's it. Questions, answers, asshole consulting. We'll see you guys later. Toodle.